Have you ever thought about how technology can simplify the complex world of lending and make financial services more accessible? Roopya is at the forefront of this transformation, offering a powerful lending and analytics platform that's reshaping how banks, NBFCs, fintechs, and other financial entities manage loans and underwriting. Welcome to another exciting episode of Follow Startups. I'm your host, Ankita Pahwa, and today we are thrilled to have with us Mr. Raman Vig, co-founder and CEO at Roopya. Raman brings over 19 years of experience in fintech and banking, having worked with HDFC, Tata Capital, and Deutsche Bank. Now, at Roopya, he's building a transformative lending as a service platform, leveraging his deep expertise in domain, data, and technology. He's here to talk about how Roopya is transforming the lending landscape and to discuss the exciting innovations underway. Hi, Raman. Welcome to Follow Startups.
Thank you, Ankita. Thank you for inviting me.
It's a pleasure to have you here, Raman. So, Roopya is making significant strides in the fintech space, particularly in the lending ecosystem. So, before we delve into the specifics of your work, could you share a bit about your background and what inspired you to start Roopya in the first place?
Yeah, sure. So I worked with the banks like ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, Tata Capital, Deutsche Bank, all throughout in the lending space. And in 2014, after working with almost 12 years in the banking, I decided to join credit bureau. Now, credit bureaus are the forefront of the digitalization in India in terms of data also and technology also. They bought multiple technologies outside India and bring in Indian for Indian banks. And then we all have seen in last 7, 8 years the entire digitalization of the loan process. So I worked with the bureau. I got an exposure working with some of the fine institutions, large institutions who are digitalizing their entire loan process. So yeah, that's my experience.
Thank you for sharing that, Raman. Now, let's zoom in on Roopya's scope of work. Tell us what Roopya is and how it serves the lending ecosystem.
Yeah, so Roopya is a SaaS-based lending infrastructure wherein a small, mid-sized NBFCs, cooperative banks can just sign up on the platform and become digital. Now, let me explain. For a lending process, any bank need LOS, loan origination system, and loan management system. Now, loan origination is a digital process of acquiring customers and underwriting customers. So we have seen in last 1 decade, large banks like ICICI, HDFC, Kotak, Bajaj, they have world-class loan origination system. That is why they are able to acquire customers very easily, underwrite the customer, and give loan to the customer in within a day or so. But what happened to the small and mid-sized NBFCs? They still have primitive systems in place. They get the physical document from the customer, then input the physical document and verify the document from the multiple sources, and then underwrite the loan and then do the disbursement. This take 2, 3, 4 days. So compared to large banks, these NBFCs are suffering. So we thought, let us build some platform which would be easy to use, world class, have all the features, and immediately a NBFC can use that platform and increase their book size. So that is how our loan origination system are helping small size NBFCs, cooperative banks, small finance banks in digitalizing their entire loan process. That's it.
Thanks for sharing that. And you said, all the features. So could you walk us through the core services and features that Roopya offers to lenders?
Right. So, for example, what lender need to digitalize their loan process? One, the origination of the customer should be digital. So there should be one journey where customer can apply for a loan, right? Customer will apply for a loan, put his phone number, name, email, company name, salary, and so on and so forth. The entire demographic data of basically what I fill my application, I'll fill the entire data. Once data is filled, they upload the document, PAN number, Aadhaar card, and then selfie. These all documents get verified from the source. So Aadhaar from the UIDI, PAN from NSDL, then penny drop, then bank statement through account aggregator, and then salary slip through the OCR. After all the verification, this is all automatic process. After this, the automation of a business rule engine. Business rule engine is a basically when you get the data that my salary is say 100 rupees, I'm already paying a salary of or EMI of 20 rupees. So 80 rupees is the balance left. So my loan eligibility would be something so that I can service from that 80 rupees. So loan eligibility is calculated. Then if there is check return charges, any negative information, it comes in the BRE, it says that no, don't give loan to this customer. This customer have check return charges or check returns in the past. And then comes the credit bureau data also, which is the score of the customer is more than say 650 or 700. So it's eligible for the good rate of interest. So all these entire schemes which a lender normally does manually, through
Hmm.
our system, it become digital. Now just imagine a small NBFC who is taking 3 to 4 days to underwrite the loan application today. He signs up on the platform and within 5 minutes, they can onboard the customer and underwrite the customer also end to end and disburse the loan also. So we are changing the way small NBFCs and cooperative banks were doing underwriting of the loan application. Second, the platform is easy to use. It is very employee friendly, user friendly. They can get the training easily. We have YouTube links, YouTube videos also. People can go through and take the tutorials and learn how to use the platform. And it's a scalable. So if a NBFC today have say one branch, they want to scale it to 10, 20, 100, they can easily scalable on the platform. So that way. Third most important part is since lenders are regulated by Reserve Bank of India, central bank, so there are a lot of checks need to be done by the IT companies. For example, data localization. For example, software should be within India, data should be within India. The server should not be outside India. Then the CISA audit, InfoSec audit of the IT companies, and then so multiple audits are required. So we are compliant in that way also. So these three things we take care, and NBFCs are good to go digital with us. Yeah.
Raman, so how does Roopya ensure that all data handled on your platform remains secure and compliant with all the regulations?
Right. So regulation is a very important aspect in today's scenario uh, because it has no limits. It has no borders also. Right. It's a borderless,
Yeah.
limitless. It's like fully scalable. It can go. So data today, for example, if I want to work in a one city today, I want to launch and say all the cities of India, I can launch digitally. So which means that anyone can get access to the platform and they can apply for a loan and upload the documents. Now, as a software company, we need to ensure that regulator have issued some guidelines. Now they say disclosure norms. Disclosure norms means that if I am giving a loan as a lender, I should say that this is the loan amount I can give, this is the rate of interest, this is the tenure, these are the terms and conditions. So we as a tech partner ensure that entire disclosure is on the first page of the loan application where the customer applied the loan. Second, RBI says that you should have your systems in servers which are in India. Basically, Amazon or say AWS or say Google, they should have servers in India and you should host your platform on Indian servers so that data localization will be there. So we ensure that. So basically, we see that the cloud should be hosting their servers in India only. Then there's a CISA audit, is a IS audit, basically information security audit. So we are compliant to that. Every 6 months we get audit done through CISA. Fourth, we are also a member of a credit bureau. Now that's opened up a new thing. We as a company made sure that we are part of the regulatory framework. So we under the CICRA Act, CICRA is the Credit Information Regulation Act. We applied under that CICRA Act and we become the member of the bureau. Now bureau also does our audit. So credit bureau also does our audit every 6 months, which means that we are compliant, right? And they issue the membership certificate. So all these things we keep on a regular basis and ensure that security wise it should be foolproof.
Perfect. So, Raman, one feature that really caught my attention while reading through your website was something called early warning system. So, tell us, how does that system work, and why do you think it's a game changer for lenders in managing risk?
Right, right. So even RBI also mandated that after a certain portfolio, you should have early warning signals mandated used by the NBFCs. Now for EWS, there are two type of things required to become compliant. One is the data which is coming from the multiple sources. That,
Hmm.
for example, a bureau gives the data that good with us, bad with bad outside. For example, customer making inquiries outside and good with us. So I'm a lender. Customer is good with me, but making inquiries outside. I am good at repaying my EMIs, but I am defaulting outside, basically to other lenders. So these are the early warning signal. Now to consume the early warning signal, you need data which is coming from the bureau and the software which is given by the software companies. We as a Rupia, as a company, we have access to the data because we are member of the credit bureau. So we have access of the data. We already have software in place. So it's a very unique combination in India that we can provide early warning signal, software also, data also. So we are helping the NBFCs today to use our EWS models and contain their risk and minimize their delinquencies.
So I understand that your primary target market includes, small and medium-sized NBFCs. Is there anything more to it?
Right. So we started with small and mid-sized NBFCs, but we have observed that the way we have developed the product, the same problems are with the mid-size and even larger NBFCs also, and even small finance banks also. They are also looking for some similar platform, but the construct will be different. For example, we are doing a SaaS-based platform, so these large NBFCs required on their premises. So
Hmm.
basically, license-based model. So we are starting now license-based model also, so that we will have access to the that market also.
So currently, what's your market reach like? Are you focusing on any particular geographic regions or, places where you see the most growth?
Right. So geography wise, we are agnostic. So it hardly makes a difference if a customer is coming from Chennai, from Kerala, or coming from Delhi or from Calcutta. So it hardly have any difference because it's a SaaS platform. So we know that some of the SaaS-based companies which are being used by Indians, they are not having office in India. They are
Yeah.
US based, right? So it's very common in the industry where we are giving softwares and particularly SaaS. So you need not to have physically presence in each and every office. But yeah, we are agnostic to the geography. Our focus primarily is into the NBFCs only. So
Hmm.
not geographical distribution, but any NBFC is coming from any geography within India.
Got it, got it. Any plans to go beyond the borders?
Yeah. So we started. So our platform is like a global platform, wherein there's a country layer and then there's a software. So
Hmm.
basically, every country have a different bureaus, credit bureaus, different KYC mechanisms, but the journey remains same,
Yeah.
right? The onboarding of the customer remains same. So we are entering soon into a Dubai market. So that is what our immediate goal. Yeah.
And where is your office located?
So we are in Gurgaon and Calcutta. So we have two offices.
Hmm.
Uh, Calcutta is our data center and excellence center, and Gurgaon is more of our sales and marketing, HR, admin. Yeah, that's it.
Got it. Raman, we'd love to hear the names of some of your existing customers and understand what kind of feedback you've been receiving from them.
Right. The we launched the product in this year only in January, February, and we started doing testing with lot of players in the market. The way product was built, we started getting the inbound from the lot of customers. Now, once we started on inbound, we are getting inbound, so we pick and choose lot of customer and different type of customers. So one type could be that NBFC is doing personal loan. One type would be NBFC doing gold loan and NBFC doing, say, loan against property. Then there's a co-lender or FLDG model NBFC. Basically, they are doing FLDG. And then there's a pure play LSP, wherein they're just onboarding the customer and moving that customer to the lenders. So these are different types. So we adopted and picked some different type of customers, and then they started using it. Today, our customers are like we have My FinDoc is one of the NBFC based out in Gurgaon. Then the Credit Global, the NBFC based out in Mumbai, they are using our platform. There's a NBFC based out in Bhopal, Recapita Finance. They are using our platform. Everyone have a separate use case, but end objective is to give a loan on an immediate basis. So basically, the whole idea is that we should test our platform in all different scenarios of the lending,
Hmm.
so that eventually the product would be useful. Because today NBFC is going with a personal loan, tomorrow they will start gold loan also, and day
Yeah.
after then probably loan against property also. So we want to give all the features to the lenders on one platform.
You said that everybody has a different use case for them. So can you share some interesting use cases where Rupia has made a very significant impact and how your clients are utilizing this platform to solve their own personal challenges?
Right. I'll discuss it. So we have one NBFC who have 10 branches, right? So every day morning in a 10 branches, people used to walk in and apply for a loan. They bring their PAN and Aadhaar and everything, and then they stand in the queue and go to the credit manager for the loan. Now, what we did on our platform, we have also onboarding based on the QR code. So basically, somebody scan the QR code, loan journey starts, and then the journey goes with the uploading of the document. So what we did in all the 10 branches, outside the branch, we put the QR code, a unique code, so that a customer will come, customer scan the QR code and complete the journey. By the time this customer reach to the credit manager, table, trade manager knows that this is the customer, this is the PAN number, this is the Aadhaar number, this is the eligibility, this is the credit bureau score, loan to give and not to give.
Hmm.
So it is saving a lot of time of the customer also, of the branch also. So that use case really helped the NBFC to scale up their lending operations in opening by opening few more branches and few more tie-ups. One NBFC, very interestingly, they have point of sales, around 400 point of sales. Now, earlier in the physical model, they used to have people sitting in the point of sale. So when somebody comes to finance the say mobile phone, then they complete the application and then send the application to their central office every day evening, and after next day it get disbursed. So that was the process. They had 400 point of sales. What we did again, we asked them to remove the physical force out of it and keep the QR code only. Somebody, customer will come, walk in, scan the QR code and complete the journey. And if loan is eligible from the central office, you will disburse the loan. If customer is not eligible, you will not disburse the loan. So this has saved lot of cost for the NBFC, and eventually the loan is given at a lower rate of interest than what they were giving. The
Hmm.
benefit was passed to the customer.
Thank you for sharing that. So, hey, tell us, where does Rupia stand today? You said you recently started in 2024 only. So, how would you describe your current stage of growth?
Right. Right. So we started building the product from 2022.
Hmm.
uh, May, June. It took 1.5 years to build the product because it's an enterprise level product. It's a very heavy product. So we keeps our head down and we build the product for 1.5 years. And then once we were comfortable, then we launched the product in the market. Since it's an enterprise level solution, it takes a lot of testing also, because it's a core function of NBFC to do lending, right? It cannot go wrong. It has to be right in the first go. So we soft launched the product last year in the month of August, and then after beta testing with multiple lenders, we launched in January, February, full fledged. Now, currently, we have some 100 plus customers signed up on the platform, and they are using the platform. We are learning a lot of things. For example, how to service the customer, how to reduce the turnaround time for the lender, basically to solve the queries, give the better support function. So all the things now are falling in place slowly, steadily, and yeah, and we are making revenue. The good part is that we started generating revenue for the company. Yeah. And the way I see that in a couple of months, we will be break even. So from starting from January, February, and by August, September, in just 7, 8 months, we are just close to break even.
Your answer is a great transition into the nuts and bolts of Rupia's business model. So tell us, how do you generate revenue? What's your revenue model and pricing strategy like?
Right, right. So since it's a SaaS platform, we go to the NBFCs and say that sign up on the platform. And once you sign up on the platform, you will get the complete, as I said, the customer digital journey, then the KYC verification, then the validation, then the BRE check, and then loan offer, loan agreement, and the disbursement. These 6 steps particularly, they get after they sign up on the platform with some minimum work. We charge a one-time setup fees while we do setup of the account, basically these 6 steps, and then we charge per application processed on the platform.
Okay.
Now we are charging 250 rupees per application charge on the processed on the platform. So, for example, a NBFC is doing say 1,000 applications, so they will be paying me only 2.5 lakh rupees.
Hmm.
Right. Just imagine this amount is actually sometimes the salary of one coder. So we are making life so easy for NBFCs that the entire headache of IT, managing the IT, managing the product, upgrading the product is with us. NBFC can concentrate on borrow the money and lend the money. So, right, and we will make sure that the platform is running up and fine and generating revenue for the NBFC. And
Amazing.
it is one-time setup fees and per transaction 250 rupees.
You built a really nice product, Raman. Okay, so we'd love to hear more about the investors who have chosen to support Rupia. So tell us about them.
Yeah, so right when we started the journey, then of course the first one were our close friends who helped us. So one
Hmm.
of our friends who worked with us in Tata Capital. So me and Sudipta, my co-founder, we both worked together in Tata Capital. So we know each other from last 10 years. When we started the Rupia, of course, we invested some money, but our friend who was in the Tata Capital, he invested 60 lakh rupees initially on us on Rupia, and that is how we got our first investment. We are lucky enough that we got first institutional investor also very early. That is IIM Ahmedabad Ventures now. Earlier the name was CICO. They invested through grant some 25 lakh rupees that time. So we got the institutional investor. Then after 4 or 5 months, we got 100x VC. So 100x VC, everyone knows the first check investor. They support the brilliant ideas and also the brilliant founders by giving the first check, institutional check. So they invested standard 1.25 crore rupees into our company, and that that round was added by a lot of angels also. Some good name angels, they invested in us around 2.5 crores. So till date, we raised around 6.5 crores. Yeah, that's about. So we are continuously getting support from our investors. Yeah.
That's a good number. Are you looking to raise any further?
Yeah, yeah. Now we are raising 2.5 million. We are in the growth phase now. Earlier, we were building the product. So
Hmm.
earlier, 6.5 crore we have taken to build the product. Now we are in the phase where we want to grow. Now the growth would be, of course, geographically also, product-wise also, feature-wise also. We have seen that basic acceptance of the product in the market, and customers are using it. They are paying us also for that. Now we want to grow it and 10x, 20x, 30x growth. So that is why we are looking for to raise around 2.5 million now.
So, Raman, are there any strategic partnerships or collaborations that have been instrumental in Rupia's growth so far?
Yeah, yeah. So I think fintech space or say lending space, particularly in India, is actually a closed loop. So it's
Hmm.
not an open to the whole market, it's a closed loop, and I am very happy in saying that I come from the same loop. So I came from the same market. I worked there for 20 years. So of course, I know a lot of people who are either in the large banks, who are promoter of some NBFCs or some fintech companies. So Now, strategic partnership help in two ways. One, to generate the business, and second, to give support in terms of name, right? So if some fintech company says that, yeah, I trust these people, then the market follow. So we have multiple. We just recently we started exploring the partnership model, and we are trying to reach to some of the players like API companies who are providing APIs for PAN, Aadhaar, OCR, and all, because there's a synergy in tying up those companies. And we shortlisted two of the companies, and we are in very advanced discussions. I cannot name them now, but we are in an advanced discussion, and we will have a pan India tie-up wherein they will onboard the customer for us.
They say a startup is only as good as its team. So tell us a bit about the people behind Rupia, who are your co-founders, and what kind of expertise does your team bring to the table?
Right, right. So I think it is very important for any company, particularly startup is you can rightly so because people are to be self-motivated and they should be happy to work in the low salaries and of course without much of big brand name. So many things. So start people are important, but for startup they are much more important. So very carefully we have to see that. There should be low attrition in the company. There should be skill enhancement. There should be a proper trainings also, and so and so forth. So now we initially decided that we will have two offices. One is the development center, and second would be our marketing. So we why we wanted this because in our experience in the most of the dynamic and tech companies, it is the way they choose. So they have office in some other place, sales and marketing, and then their development center in some other location. So we chose that Kolkata is the right place to set up the development center.
Hmm.
uh, One, we get a good talent there in Calcutta. Second, the cost, it is very cost efficient compared to Bangalore or Mumbai or say Gurgaon also. Third, which is very important, the very low attrition in place like Calcutta. The reason that people want to stay in Calcutta, they don't want to move, and there's not large number of the companies who can provide such exposure to the team. So that is how we set up this, and we are lucky to have people who are working with us now from day zero. So there's kind of no attrition in the company. People come with a very diverse experience. Our tech lead worked in US, in European market also, US market also, and very well experienced guy. He is managing the entire technology. Then we have product guys who are coming up with some experience from the market, and yeah, and our coders are trained in-house.
So what's your total team strength as of now?
Yeah, we have around 25 people.
25 people. And hey, you did not introduce me to your co-founder, Sudipta Ghosh. So tell me something about him.
Yes, Sudipta and as I said earlier, so Sudipta and me work together in Tata Capital. So he in and out is a Tata guy because he is a TAS 2007-8 batch, and he worked in the different Tata Group companies, primarily Tata Capital in the initial days, and then worked with Tata Steel also. Uh, so we met in Tata Capital in Delhi. So we knew each other from last 10 years. He manages the entire product, technology, and the teams. Yeah, yeah.
So are there any key positions that you are currently looking to fill in right now?
So we wanted to groom people and give them increments or say raise within the company. We don't want that somebody from outside will come and rule. But
Hmm.
we are too small to think about that. So our first target is that we should be break even. We should make some profit, and then probably when the right time will come, we will hire people from outside.
Fair enough. So, Raman, we are almost towards the end of this conversation, and I think this is the right time for you to give us a sneak peek into what the next 12 months look like for your company.
So as I said, startup is a roller coaster, and things come and we decide to move, because for startup sometimes there's all directions,
Hmm.
right? Once you have a basic product launch, it is used by the customer, then you see forward integration, backward integration, and all. But currently, we want to focus only on the lending infra. Though we have data access also from the bureau, so we can build scorecards also. So our next 6 months would be that we will make good inroads in the lending infra and compete with the players in the market and make revenue there. And then 6 months down the line, we will start building the scorecards also for these lenders who are using my lending infra. So scorecards will be basically the PD models, probability of default models, product level scorecards, reject inferencing. So since I come from a bureau background, my understanding is very deep in the data. So we just want to leverage that. But 6 months from now, we will continue lending infra and post that lending infra plus scorecards.
Raman, keeping in mind that we will be promoting this video to large enterprises, investors, tech giants, and a broader startup ecosystem, is there anything else you'd like to put down that could help you find any external assistance or support you are looking for at the moment?
Right. I think it's a very good question. So we are challenging the status quo, right? I'll explain you how. So today, if you see in Indian market particularly, all IT companies are there who charge license fee and give the product at very high cost. That cost is ranging something between 40 lakhs to 1 crore. Right, that's the annual license fee. Now we challenge the status quo and we thought that we will bring a SaaS-based platform in the market, and that too we less than 10 lakh rupees for a year. So compared to what it is, 40 lakh to 1 crore. So now this is a new market, this is a new customer, and this is a new thought process,
Hmm.
right? Now, so I'll give you some background why I said so. It's a new thought process. There are 2,500 NBFCs in India who are doing lending in their books. After DLG guidelines in the last year, now that NBFCs or say lenders are now FLDG also and co-lenders also and the banking correspondent also. So all these are also become the lenders, not direct lenders, but through FLDG or through co-lending under DLG guidelines. So that number of 2,500 is now a 1 lakh. You will
Wow.
be very surprised to know. So the market
Hmm.
is opened, completely opened. And so initially it was fine that you are charging 40 lakh to 1 crore because only 2,500 customers are there. Now the market is 1 lakh enterprise customer who will be using this. So they needed something like easy to use, easy to go, and which afford to my pocket also. So, right. So we build that product. We are in the market. Of course, we need now support from the investors that they also see this coming. And next 10 years would be for this 1 lakh players who would come in the market and start originating and underwriting the loan. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Raman, for everything that you shared today. And I hope this was worthy of your time. So thank you so much and all the very best.
Thank you so much, Ankita, for inviting me. I really enjoyed the talk. Thank you again.
Likewise. And before I let you go, I want you to make a wish for your startup that you hope comes true in the near future. And I want you to make that wish out loud.
We want to be a de facto player in the market who is helping mid-size and small NBFCs in their lending process. A de facto player in the market.
Perfect. Well, cheers to empowering financial institutions and for making financial services more efficient and inclusive for all. So, thank you so much. And if you'd like to stay updated with the latest developments and business insights at Roopya, you can follow their channel on follow.us/startups. To feature your startup, you can reach out to me at ankita.pahava@follow.us, and we'd love to hear your story.